Welcome to my unboxing of the Friends Revolution vault, and this vault contains 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah, 10, I had to double check, 10 shadow palettes. So I'm going to go through the palettes, and if anybody would like to come over and join on the live or in the live stream, please feel free to do so and leave a comment while I'm going through the palettes. And it closes like that. It's a really cute idea, and it's like a DVD set or a old video collection box set, the way they have it packaged, and it is really heavy, seriously weighty, obviously, with containing 10 pallets. So some of these, as far as I know, were released previously, but some of them weren't. But that's my understanding. I could be wrong, and if so, I can stand to be corrected, but that's my understanding. Some of them have been released and some of them not. So I'm just going to wait for a few minutes and see who comes over to the live, and I'll start showing the palettes. And the one I will be starting off with is called Pivot. We have also gotten OMG. We have also gotten How You Doing? And we have He's Her Lobster. Monica. Ross. Joey. Chandler. Rachel. And Phoebe. So I'll wait for a couple of minutes and see does anybody join in before I start going through the palettes. And I just decided to upload this video as a live because it was easier with there being so many palettes to open and unbox. It just made more sense to me to do it this way. So the first one I'm going to show is the Monica one. And that is Monica. The Monica color story. And the names. It's a nice muted palette. And that shade there is absolutely beautiful. I like the color story with the Monica palette. That's the Monica one. I'll just give a quick run through each palette, and then I can go back and do a little bit more information on them as I go, with there being 10 of them. I could have unboxed them before the video, but it would have kind of ruined the look of the lovely set that they came in, so I didn't want to do that. So we have Ross. Another nice muted palette. Very good for everyday use and nothing gaudish or spectacular about it. Just a basic decent palette. I quite like that one. It's Ross. Then we have Joey in his armchair, his lazy boy chair, which is so cute. The packaging on the Joey palette, and it is a mint green, and the outside packaging and the inside packaging are the same. Now the Joey palette I think is very nice for special events or special makeup looks. That is the Joey one, and I hope you can see the shades. This one down here is very unusual. The shimmers are nice. I like that one too, the peach. And it's just a nice colourful palette compared to the other ones. They seem to have given a nice mix of just about everything in this vault, as they're calling it. So I have 3 done. Ross, Joey and Monica. So I will continue on with He's Her Lobster. And I believe that is a Phoebe quote or saying. And as collectible items go, these palettes are just gorgeous to have them all in the one. Another nice colourful colour story. I don't know how they're showing up on the camera, but I hope you can get a good look at them. They really are beautiful. Then we have How You Doing, which I believe is a Joey quote. This one is quite nice too. They're all very nice and they're all very different and they're all for very different occasions. So that's what I like about them. There's warm and cool tones in this one. So that's a good mix of everything. One, two, three, four, five more to go. And for those just joining, they come in a vault as so. They just slide in like DVD boxes or old videos. And it is really weighty. Rachel. Now I know Rachel was out before, but we didn't have it. So it's new to us. And that's the Rachel colour story. Nice again. Only one very vibrant colour down at the bottom. Quite like that one too. Like that shade there, and having the white is very handy, and I do like the chocolate brown. And that one for your base looks us. An all around good palette, the Rachel one. Rachel. So next we have OMG. Which only has 1 satin and 2 shimmers, and the rest are mattes. That's also a very nice palette. For sure. That shimmer there is really nice. We have 3 left. I'll go. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Mrs. VSN CO9. How are you? Thanks for coming over. Appreciate it. So the next one I'm going to do is Phoebe. They're quite difficult to open. I should have opened them earlier, I suppose. It would have made a lot more sense, but well, hindsight is everything, really. I don't want to damage the boxes because they will be collector's items in the future. So this is Phoebe. Which is also very nice. And I'm actually wearing the shimmer Phoebe from the Phoebe palette on my eyes tonight. I don't know whether it translates onto the camera, but I have that glitter on my eyes. That's a really nice glitter. And these shades are very nice pastel colors. Baby. And for those joining, it's a vault, like a video vault or an old TV VCR tape box. Cute. I think Revolution did a great job with that vault myself. Next we have Chandler. And this is one of the more vibrant palettes. Pastels, glitters. For anyone that's seen the film Valley of the Dolls, it's an old film from the 60s. It's very nice, isn't it, Andrea? Those colours remind me of that film for some reason. This blue, peppermint pink, and the lilac. So they're very nice, aren't they? And have you seen the box that came in? It's a vault. Lovely for collectibles. So I'm going to save the best to last when I opened it and looked at them. this was the one that caught my eye. This was the one out of the whole 10 that I thought was just different, lovely, unusual, and impressed me to the point that out of the 10 of them, that one is my favourite. And this one is called Pivot. That eggplant purple is absolutely stunning. The lilac, the shimmery blue, and I think having the two really dark colours at the bottom. Some palettes you don't get one really dark, but this one is two bright, two really light, and these. So Pivot out of the 10 is my absolute favourite for sure. So I'll just give you a quick look through them all again, and you can tell me which one you prefer. So this is Pivot. Phoebe. OMG. Rachel. How you doing? He's her lobster. I have a feeling you might like that one, Andrea. Monica. Joey. And Ross. Well, that's the 10 of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. So tell me, which ones did you prefer out of the collection? What was your favourite? The Joey one. The How You Doing one, or oh yeah, the actual Joy. That's the How You Doing. That one. Yeah, I think that's one of the most unusual ones, isn't it? Along with Pivot. They really are stunning. The names on the Joy one are Joy, for anyone familiar with Friends, Dr. Drake, Mary, oh, I think that was the soap opera character he played on the show, Mary Angela, I think she might have been his sister, Turkey, Trifle, Nap Partner, Bamboozled, Tribbiani, that was the surname, and Junior. I definitely wasn't the biggest Friends fan, but it was on the television in our house, and I would have seen some of the episodes and got to know the characters and the scenes a little bit, but I wouldn't be a huge Friends fan. So these are my daughters. And then the actual how you doing is don't know, we know. There's another one, I won't say it. Nestle, window, glass, Toulouse, Tony, and Danza. Quite nice too. I'm just crazy about this one. One of them is it's the pivot. Shut up, sofa, stairs, lift, handle, middle name, first name, divorce force, and teeth. Now divorce force, first name and teeth are both dark. One is a purple, this one, and then this one is more of a black. Yeah, I used to watch Buffy with my daughter. My favourite episode of Buffy is Ted, the one with John Ritter, where he's dating Buffy's mum. Buffy and Charmed. Now Charmed I did watch all the time. I love that show. And the colours on He's Our Lobster are rehearsal, dinner, tanning palace, sun, I love you, oh, 7, sharks, and crap. Him and Buffy get into it. It's so funny. He's all the wannabe wives in the cellar. I think I only watched it because John Ritter was in it, and I always liked him. I always thought he was very funny. If anybody has seen him on the Danielle Steele TV movie Heartbeat, I think it's just great, and I love that film, or the TV movie as it was. And Monica is clean, chef, Geller Cup, frizzy, twins, chicken, Bing, obsessive, and Thanksgiving. Then Ross is Mr. Sandwich, leather pants, break, white teeth, dinosaur, fossil, juice box. That's a really nice one too. It's a nice chocolate brown. Keyboard and Unagi. I think I pronounced that right. And Chandler is Hello, Mr. Bing, Tulsa, Bigger Boat, Hypnosis, The Box, Cups, Eddie, Jack, and Erica. Yeah, Charmed was really good. And there was a Phoebe in Charmed, of course, as well. And the Phoebe palette has Smelly Cat, Ice, Science Boy, Bike, Flaky, Lobster, Triplet, Buffet, and Ditzy. OMG has Jellyfish, Plan, Colonel, Sanders, Sixth, Socks, Wonder Map, Geek, and Ugly Baby. And then Rachel has Shopping on a Break, Dinosaur, 90s, Chip, Barney's, Pushover, Crush and Tag. So that's the entire 10 palettes from the Friends vault from Makeup Revolution. So I think it's a pretty impressive collection. And in fact, I think if you were starting out and you didn't have any eyeshadows at all, there's an eyeshadow there, a palette for every occasion. So it would make a great gift for teenagers just starting their collection. There's a colour story for everyone. I was very impressed with it. The quality of them is quite good too. I'm not quite sure about that, Andrea. They had lip glosses too in the characters' names, the girls' names, new sets. They did have lip glosses originally, but they have ones now like the Kylie Jenner with 2 glosses, and I think it is a lip pencil. And they're quite nice. They seem to be selling a lot of Friends stuff at the minute. They have makeup bags and they have did an advent calendar, which even though it's February she did get, and I will do a little review and open it on the channel when it comes. That had cosmetic bags and scrunchies and all kinds of little Friends items. So I'll just go through them once more. Chandler, that's the haul. Phoebe. Yeah, they brought them initially out as singles because we got this one, Phoebe. We didn't get Monica or Rachel. But I think these ones are new to this vault. OMG. Rachel was out before, as far as I know. Ross, I'm not sure. Monica was definitely out before. Hazel Lobster, I'm not sure. And Pivot, I think they're new. Those definitely, I think Hazel Lobster and Pivot are new. And perhaps How You Doing. Now, whether they had the Joy one in the original lineup, I'm not quite sure. But having said that, I think they're so dang cute. Even though I'm not a Friends fan, I'm impressed by them. And I think it's really lovely for display purposes. So I'll just wait a few minutes and see if there's anybody else come along to the chat. I won't put them back in their boxes just yet. I'm going to close them up actually. You just go to the box, take the palette you want out, and it's easy enough for opening. Whereas I have them all out here now. It's a bit of a mess, but and then I have to remove all the sleeves off them. I'm not going to bother to put them back on. Yeah, there's definitely a couple of new ones. And I'm not sure if there's 1 or 2 more new ones floating about. I think somebody said there might be. So they obviously haven't finished bringing out Friends products. I'd imagine there would be a huge demand for them. It's a pity they don't bring out a Buffy or a Charmed palette. There is a Charmed palette. It's by Who brought it out? I can't remember. It wasn't Peachy Queen. It was, no, it wasn't Storybook. I can't remember. But there is a video of it on the channel. If you go back, you'll find it. Solar Look brought it out. Yeah, they brought out a charm palette. Oh. I've never tried Colourpop, but I would be interested to try it. Now, I did send Heather from H&M Double the Trouble. I sent her a Colourpop palette because the earrings she won in my giveaway got lost, and I felt awful bad about it. She didn't get them. So I sent her a Colourpop palette, and it took ages to get to her. I think it went to Kentucky before it went to where she lives. But she got it this week. She got it last night. I was in contact with her and she said she'd received it and it was lovely. So definitely I would. I had seen some fruity ones that had advertised and I thought they were quite nice. There was a green one. Never seen Gossip Girl. The Lottie London stuff is quite nice, doesn't it? I think we have some Lottie London products here. No, I haven't seen that show. It's just a matter of them getting the copyrights to the shows. I know Solar Look brought out 2 different Dirty Dancing palettes. I'd say it took a good fortnight. It's a good fortnight since I ordered it. Yeah, definitely. Because it's entered a tracking number so she could track it. But when we looked yesterday, the day before yesterday, we realised it was in Kentucky. And I think that would be a good journey from where she lives. So eventually it got there last night to her, which was a relief because between the disappointment of the earrings going missing, I did feel awful about it. And then the Colourpop palette not turning up. I thought they would have been faster in the US. Powerful and golden hour is beautiful. Oh, I must look out for that. I love those little pots of shadows, those individual pots. Yeah. She just lives in a different state. But you would have imagined it went direct to the state that she lived in, not to another state. But she has it anyhow. That's the main thing now, and she's happy with it. And it did look like a gorgeous palette on the website. I have to say, it was purples. I was thank God I love that palette myself. But there was no way I was getting a scent from Colourpop because God knows what the duty would have been when they came to the door. Because the duty here is insane. Yeah, it did. It took, I'd say, a good fortnight. I don't know what. I did ask in one of my videos, had anybody else experienced delays with an item's going missing with the post? I can't tell you offhand. All I know was purples. I think there was 9 purples in it. I'm nearly sure it was 9. It was a 9-pan palette. And it was strange because I had sent to members of my panning group the won prizes. I had sent them 2 palettes, 2 5-pan pallets, and I got them straight away. And there was no issue at all from Colourpop. And at that point I was looking through their website and saying, wouldn't it be wonderful to be near to where the No, not here. Not here. I posted some package to a friend on Saturday morning. Yeah. And we were talking about that, the man behind the counter in the post office and myself. And I had said to him that somebody had told me in Australia that when the items come to your door, there is no duty on them. And he said, no, that is not so. And I said, well, somebody that lives in Australia told me it is so. Don't pay any duty. And he said, no, there's always duty. And we've always a duty here, and it's outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. You pay duty on everything. And that was even before Brexit or anything like that. Anything at all coming in from any country, and there's duty on it. They used to bring the parcels to your door and get you to pay the duty at the door. And now what they do is to send you an email, and you pay by card, and it could be a week or a fortnight before you get the parcel, which doesn't make sense to me at all, because you're after paying for the item, you're after paying for the postage from the company, and then you're the international shipping, and then you're paying the VAT or the tax, the duty at the front door. There's no way around it. That's why a lot of people have stopped shopping internationally. Well, I didn't mind once on the other side, when they receive the package, there is no issue. Yeah, that happened to me. I sent a grease pallet from was it Solar Look? I think it was Solar Look, to a lady in my group from the US or from England, and they contacted me and they said that, you know, there'll be duty on this, and I said, I can't have it arriving up at her door and her being met with a load of duty on it. So I did pay the duty myself, because it was a prize. To get a prize and the next thing to be hit with a duty didn't make sense to me, so I paid it, but I was surprised. But what I sent in the parcel Saturday would have been valued around, I suppose, I don't know, 80, 90 euro. And I couldn't register it. It was 37 euros to register, which is ridiculous. And at that, I could only register it to the value of 30 euro. So I was paying more to register it than I was registering the value of it as, just in case there would be duty when she received it. Sorry, there's a clear off that jumper. Well, I'll wrap it up with one more look at the pallets. I'll pop them back into the box. Yeah, it's insane. It's always been the case here. Always. So we've Joey. I'm not going to put them back into the boxes because it would take too much time, just the sleeves. He's our lobster. Ross. Monica. Yeah, and it's such a pity, isn't it? Because Rachel, because when you're sending or you do a giveaway and you put the stuff out for the giveaway, the value of what you're given is usually quite a bit, and then you realise that that person could be charged fees at the other end. So the best you can do maybe is send them something from a company from their own country, which isn't really what you've advertised the giveaway as. So you feel like you've been misleading. And I don't like that, but Heather's earrings went missing, and the lady that I sent the friend mail to, hers also went missing. She never received it. So somebody has a nice pair of earrings. Pivot, my favourite. And how you doing? Now, they don't quite fill the box. Whereas if they were in the packaging, as we see it, they would completely fill it up. But you get the gist of it. There you go. And when you turn them around, it says, so you can see clearly what one it is. I think it's a lovely idea. Yeah, very frustrating, and indeed it is pointless having to give away and showing what you're given. And even with the tracking number, there's no way to do, and they look even nicer when they're in their boxes in it, because you can turn them and see which ones they are, with them all being different colours. Yeah, I think it's a lovely palette set. I really do. And it's actually, although it's really heavy, it is neat when you think about it, because it's not that wide and it's not that long. It's pretty neat. Neat in the sense it's cute, and neat in the sense it's convenient for storage. So I definitely give Makeup Revolution the thumbs up, 2 thumbs up on that one, and it says the name on the wall of all the palettes. Whilst they're not my favourite company at the minute. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I tell you what, when you hear people saying that on their channels, they give the rules out, and the next thing they say, and oh, by the way, this giveaway is strictly for US, or it's strictly for US and Canada, and it's not I don't enter any giveaways. It's something I've never done, but I don't know. I don't like because when people from those countries have been subscribed and watch your videos and comment and the whole 9 yards, I just don't think it's nice to do to them. I wouldn't do that. If I was going to exclude anybody, no. I'd prefer to say, right, well, I can't send what I said I was sending, but I will send you an alternative. But regardless of where you live, I will definitely, you'll be included. No, I wouldn't do that. I never had any issues really with the giveaways. The only issue I may have had was if you put a word in the video and 20 people comment and only 2 of them actually use the word you've said to put in the video, then you're down to 2 people to draw your winner. Yeah, there is that. Do you know if I was going to say, it's gone in my head. Alright, gone blank. Yeah, I think it could be recently in a lot of countries, but here it's always been the case. They don't call it Rip Off Ireland for nothing. It is ridiculous. There's money charged on everything. VAT, VAT, VAT. I mean, if we were to fill our oil tank with some oil, if you were to buy €300 worth of oil, you're paying €50 VAT before you start. So on home heating oil, which is an essential, it's not a luxury, it's not a yeah, I seen that palette and it was so nice, wasn't it? That Charlotte Tilbury. It was one of her large palettes. It looked really nice. She has some nice products. Now, I didn't get along with the little quads. I did find there was a lot of fallout with them. But those larger palettes look really nice. And that one you had looked gorgeous. And her powders are really nice. And her bronzers, they're really nice too. You won't be long getting through them. But they're so expensive, that's the thing, and you get through them so fast. Yeah, the one that I thought was the most overrated was the lip cheat in Pillow Talk. Because when I put it on, I usually use a MAC liner. It tugged. I wasn't impressed with it at all. Or the lipstick in Pillow Talk. Was pretty disappointed now with the hype. And her jumbo eye crayons, they made my eyes sore. I had to discard them. I got 3 of them. A green one and a purple one and I think it was a kind of a topazzy colour, ambery colour, and irritated. They were supposed to bring out the colour of your eyes. Yeah, if I had €1 for every single pan of the Rimmel powder that was used in this house, I would be rich. The Rimmel one and the Maybelline one, they were the 2. Eyes to Mesmerize, yeah, that was them. They were for hazel eyes and green eyes and brown eyes and blue eyes, and all of them was irritated the hell out of my eyes. So between the disappointment of them and the disappointment of the fallout from the powder, the quads, I think I had bought the Dolce Vita and I had a brown one as well. I can't remember what that one was called. And it was a pity because the colours are fabulous. Now maybe it was just me. A lot of people can't get along with a product and then other people use it and absolutely love it and they don't have any issues with it. So it is a possibility because she did sell an awful lot of those eyeshadows. I remember when the Pillow Talk one came out, she couldn't keep it in stock. There was a waiting list. And her Miracle Cream is fabulous, but it is so expensive for the tiny pot. Yeah, I think the newer formula is improved in the shadows. But she sucks in with the packaging. The packaging is, it's so luxurious looking. It's just, I don't know. When you go into a big department store and you see the Charlotte Tilbury counter, yeah, I might have won the Matte Revolution. I think I might have won Super Cindy or one of those. Those are the ones with the lip kisses on the box. The matte box. The other ones are the shiny box. I did have the Penelope pink and I liked that. I think I might have had Super Cindy. But the ones I really liked were the ones that you could buy the component, and then when the lipstick was used up, you could switch shades into the actual bullet. They were done in animal print, and they certainly were lovely and luxurious, and that's what you get you with the packaging. I've never tried anything from Pat McGrath. Never. I've never had any of her palettes. No. And I hear so many people raving about them. I've never, because the thing is, I've never seen them anywhere for sale. With the last 3 years, you could say, in lockdown, we haven't been able to get to cities here. I've never tried Pat McGrath, or I've never tried Tom Ford. I'm not sure whether Arnott's carry Pat McGrath or Brown Thomas. And we don't have Debenhams anymore, they're closed. I think we've one store, one Harvey Nicks in the entire country, and it's out past Dublin. Difficult to get out to it. And there's a House of Fraser out there, if that hasn't closed down. No, we don't have Selfridges. No, they're the only two big stores that we don't have anywhere else but outside of Dublin. The House of Fraser and Harvey Nicks. And they wouldn't even carry an awful lot of products that you would have available to you, I'm sure. But the high-end products, it really is the packaging, isn't it? I mean, some of them really are great products, but for the most part, you probably could dupe it. I'm not sure. Have Revolution brought out bullets that look like the Charlotte Tilbury ones? I know some of the companies haven't. They look really like her gold lipstick holders. Yeah. You'd expect them to wash the dishes for the price of them. You just get suckered in. Oh, really? It was them. I know I've seen them somewhere. I remember Phoebe showing me them somewhere in a magazine or some kind of an advert somewhere on. And she said, don't they look really nice? And I said, they look like the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick holders, bullets, whatever you want to call them. They seem to dupe just about everybody's products. I remember they did do a dupe of her bronze and highlight. Oh no, that was W7. No, I'm wrong. It was W7 that done that one. They had one that was very similar to hers. Two semi-picks. So that's basically it. That's my review on the Revolution palettes and the two of them that are really unusual. The rest of them not so pretty. They're pretty and they're really nice, and like I said, if you didn't have any makeup, yeah. The only thing that wasn't on par was the packaging. The plastic in hers was the gold, the fancy gold. Like a little clutch you'd bring to the Oscars. But I bet basically it was the same thing. You just wouldn't get as nice a vibe off theirs. But the colours look pretty similar. And I did like the look of that bronzer she had in that palette, because it was a nice grey undertone to it. Or was it a contour? Was it a contour or a bronzer? I can't remember. I think it might have been a contour now, was it? No. Oh. Oh, it's a bronzer. Well, when I finish up here now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my little table up, and I'm going to repress my, I only discovered in the last couple of weeks in TK Maxx, a highlight from Becca. I never had a Becca highlight before, and it was the opal one, and it came in a tiny little size. And when I was doing my makeup the other day, it just fell out into my hand, the whole thing. And then when I tried to put it back into the little compact, it started to break up. So I'm going to break it up and put the alcohol on it and put the tissue on top. I've been watching YouTube and see how I get on with that, because it's lovely. That was the one thing that I'd been searching for over the years, a really nice highlight, and I never found one until that. And they're not doing it anymore, I believe. They're gone out of business. So it was probably old stock in TK Maxx. It came with a liquid highlight. So that's what I'm going to do. I never repressed before, so I'm going to give it a go tonight. I have taken the shadows and bronzers and that out of the packaging, depotted them. And I tried a lot of ways to do that, and nothing ever worked until I put it on the ring of the cooker, and I find that's the fastest way to get them out for me. Just the ring of the cooker. You're panning it. You don't like it, Andrea. I found it was the first one ever for really pale skin that I liked. I did like the Mary Lou Luminizer, but there was a lot of hype around it, and I don't know whether I liked it as much as everybody else did, but I did like it. But I went missing in action in the house, so I'm guessing somebody panned it, but it wasn't me. And I didn't want to replace it. Then I said, no, to heck with it. I'm not going to get another one. So I'll leave it at that. And thank you, Andrea, for joining in the live. And thank you to Mrs. BSN CO9, my friend from my Tuber Chat family. for coming over and visiting, and I do appreciate you both. And to anyone who watches this on the replay, if you do, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And good night. Send me those pics, Andrea, on Instagram after. Bye.